What if I told you there's a flaw in this car so strange, so unexpected, that it almost made me like it even more? We're going to get there. But first, let me tell you about an SUV that made me feel a little embarrassed for every luxury brand I've ever praised. Because the AITO M9 isn't just a luxury SUV, it's a problem. A big, beautiful, 5,600-pound problem for every automaker sleeping on what's coming out of China right now. Stick around, because that flaw I mentioned, it's going to change how you think about buying your next vehicle. Let's get into it. Right, so I'm standing outside this thing in a parking lot, and the first word that comes to mind is planted. Like, it's not trying to look tough. It just is. This SUV is over 5 meters long. At 5,230 meters, it is actually longer than a BMW X7. But unlike those cars, it doesn't look like a rolling rectangle. It looks like something poured out of a mold. The front end is completely closed off. No big aggressive grill sucking air. Instead, it's a smooth shark nose with hidden aero channels. And it works. The drag coefficient is 0 pokes. For a vehicle this size, that number is absurd. Some sports cars can't touch that. The body lines are clean, almost liquid. Door handles are flush. They don't pop out, they glide out. Like the car is offering itself to you. The 22-inch wheels look like turbine blades, and they actually reduce aerodynamic drag, not just look pretty. But the headlights, this is where it gets wild. These aren't regular headlights. They're Huawei X-Pixel intelligent projection units with 1.3 million micro-LEDs. They can paint crosswalks on the road for pedestrians ahead of you. They can carve shadows around oncoming drivers, so your high beams don't blind them. And if you're parked at a campsite, I'm dead serious. You can project a 100-inch movie screen from these headlights onto a wall or a sheet. That's not a feature. That's sorcery. Oh, and the digital panels below the headlights? They can show battery status, emojis, or custom messages to other drivers. Your car can literally smile at the person next to you in traffic. Meanwhile, my buddy's Escalade is proud if the puddle lights work. But that's not even the weirdest part. Let's talk about what moves this thing, because you've got two flavors, pure EV and extended range. The EV version is built on an 800-volt architecture. That means charging is fast. We're talking 10 to 80% in about 15 minutes. Dual motors push out 523 horsepower. Now, I'm not going to just throw numbers at you. What I will tell you is this. Merging onto a highway in this thing feels like somebody grabbed the pavement and yanked it backward. 0 to 60 in 4.3 seconds in a vehicle this size. That's the kind of acceleration that makes your passenger grab the door handle without thinking. But the extended range version, this is the one that I think actually makes sense for most North American buyers. It has a small 1.5-liter turbo engine on board. But here's the thing. It never touches the wheels. It only generates electricity to feed the battery. So you still get full electric drive. That instant torque snap every single time. No hesitation, no gear hunting. Just pull all the time. Combined range on the extended version? Over 750 miles on a full tank and charge. You could drive from Toronto to New York City and still have juice to spare. For anyone who's ever had range anxiety on a road trip up to Muskoka or out through the Rockies, this thing basically solves that. No gas guzzler guilt. No white-knuckling it to the next charging station. Just drive, and when you do need to charge, it's fast enough that you barely notice the stop. Now, you might think all this tech comes with some trade-offs in safety. Wait until you see what this thing actually does to protect you. The AITO M9 runs Huawei's ADS 3.0 driver assistance system. There's a LiDAR sensor on the roof that can see 250 meters ahead in complete darkness. Not just cars, overturned vehicles, traffic cones, debris on the highway, even plastic bags floating into your lane. Automatic emergency braking works at up to 93 miles per hour. If a kid chases a ball into the street, or a car cuts across 3 lanes without warning, the M9 reacts before most drivers even register what happened. It essentially refuses to let you crash. The body structure uses ultra-high-strength steel and a massive rear chassis section that's die-cast as one single piece of metal. No welds in critical areas. It's stiff, it's rigid, and it's built to absorb impact without folding in directions you don't want. This isn't just 5-star safety. This is the car treating you like it doesn't trust you, in the best possible way. Okay, open the door, sit down, take a breath. The first thing that hits you is the screens. 3 of them, stretching across the entire dashboard in one seamless glass surface. A 12.3-inch digital cluster for the driver, a 15.6-inch center display. And just to make every other automaker uncomfortable, a 16-inch entertainment screen exclusively for the front passenger. You don't share. The passenger gets their own screen. It runs Harmony OS 4. Butter smooth graphics, zero lag. You can drag windows between screens. If you use a Huawei phone, you tap it to the dash, and your entire phone interface mirrors onto the car instantly. It's the kind of tech integration that makes the infotainment systems in most German luxury SUVs look like they were coded in 2015. The heads-up display projects 75 inches of augmented reality onto the windshield, appearing 8 meters ahead of you on the road. Full AR, blue arrows painted onto your actual lane, boxes around the car in front. Pedestrian highlights. You never have to look down. It genuinely feels like driving inside a video game. The front passenger seat is called the Queen seat. Motorized leg rest, fold flat recline, footrest that drops on command. It's basically a first-class lie-flat pod that does Costco runs. Second row? Zero-gravity captain's chairs. One button, and the seat tilts back. Knees rise to heart level. And you're in the position NASA designed to take stress off the human body. The seat also heats, ventilates, and runs a 10-point massage system that actually mimics the feel of human hands. And then look up. There is a laser projector mounted in the ceiling above the second row, and a 32-inch motorized cinema screen that rolls down from the roof. 32 inches. In a car? Pair that with the Huawei sound system. 25 speakers pushing out a massive 2080 watts. And the rear passengers are watching 4K movies while you listen to navigation up front. Zero audio crossover. The center console has a real crystal gear dial that catches light like jewelry. Dual 50-watt wireless charging pads with active cooling fans so your phone doesn't overheat. A genuine compressor refrigerator under the armrest, not a glorified cooler. An actual fridge that can freeze or heat. And the glove box opens with a digital password. Great for valet. Every surface you touch is real open-pore walnut, soft velvet, or acoustic glass. There is no scratchy plastic. None. I kept running my hand along the door card, waiting for the cheap bit, and it never came. Here's where a lot of sleek-looking SUVs fall apart. They look great, then you try to actually live in one. The floor is completely flat. No transmission tunnel cutting through the middle. I know I'm 6'1", and I sat in the third row without my knees in my chest. There are USB-C ports back there, cup holders, and, I didn't believe this at first, power reclining seatbacks in the third row. Power recline. Third row? Fold the second and third rows flat, and you have a full double bed inside the cabin. Activate camp mode. Power the projector off the battery, roll down the cinema screen, close the electric shades, and you are in a rolling hotel room. For winter camping, overlanding, or just road tripping across Canada, it's a different category of capable. With all seats up, cargo space handles a full Costco haul, no problem. This is a proper family daily driver that also happens to be fast, luxurious, and absurdly teched out. All right, here's the number that broke my brain. A loaded BMW X7 or Mercedes GLS with even half these features, easily 120,000 to 140,000 Canadian. The AITO M9 starts around 65,000 USD. Fully loaded with the cinema roof, zero gravity seats, and those projection headlights? Roughly 79,000. That's nearly half the price of the German competition. So what's the flaw? The one I teased at the start. It's the badge. North American buyers still hesitate at names they don't recognize. That psychological resistance, the unfamiliar name on the hood, is the only real thing standing between this car and total domination in the luxury SUV space. And honestly, after spending time with this thing, I think that gap closes faster than most people expect. Series has hinted at international expansion by 2026, and once people sit in one, the badge conversation ends pretty quickly. The game has already changed. The question is just how long it takes everyone else to catch up. If you want to stay ahead of where the car world is shifting, join the family here by subscribing SpecShift. Thanks for watching.